Yan Xiaonan looked crisp. She was tall, she was long, she was sharp, she was fast. And Jessica Andrade, I think what we're starting to see now at this point, especially with the comings and goings of up and down weight classes, she has one kryptonite, man. I said it. Yan Xiaonan is of the mold of a Rose Namajunas, which Jessica Andrade kind of struggles with. The fast fighters who have good footwork, good head movement, and are very evasive and elusive and will strike on the back foot. Let you come in with these big winging hook combos and take advantage of it. And that's exactly what happened. Here's my question to you, AJ. I was surprised that Jessica Andrade is continuously taking this swinging at the fences approach, right? We know that's her bread and butter is the big blitzes, but this, it's like almost a reversion a little bit to where we can't contain 5-6 punch combos. And instead, we're just saying, I don't care. I'll eat as many as possible. I believe in my chin maybe a little bit too much. Finally paid for it tonight. What'd you make of it?
I think you hit the nail on the head, Derek, 100%, because when you see a fighter lunging in and just winging, curling hooks at people and the opponent's not even in front of you, they've already stepped off. They've already seen what's happening. They've taken their angle to hit you, and you're still trying to just wing something left and right. It's a bad look, and I think regression is one of the best words. Sometimes when you depend on your power a little too much, that's what we saw going into this fight. And a very, very crisp and precise Yan Xiaonan put exactly what you want to see in a counter striker to work, man.
And I mean, it's kind of that same point, right, that I made. At certain points, you're betting on these fighters, strictly from a wagering perspective. You're saying if they come in and they use their skill set to implement this game plan, easy money. And the one part about Jessica Andrade that we've gone away from that I just don't understand is almost she refuses to use her jiu-jitsu, almost like she doesn't have it, like she's just a pure kickboxer. So I said it, and I don't mean to keep going. I said it, but I'm just like, and in my head it played out perfectly. I said, Yan Xiaonan, this fight stays on the feet. This is her easiest path to victory. Mix it up, become a true mixed martial art. Don't become, but like implement a true mixed martial artist game plan. Take her down, take away her best weapons. But instead, Yan Xiaonan finally gets herself to the point right there where she probably rightfully belonged, and she gets right back into that top 5 title contention because after she lost that split to Marina Rodriguez, who also lost here this weekend, it's almost like you're in no man's land. So Yan Xiaonan, man, she's tall, she's sharp, she's crisp. Can she compete with a Wei Li?
Ooh, tall, sharp, crisp. Derek, the one thing she is lacking is the power, and I think the poise and control that Wei Li presents might be a little bit of a challenge, man. I like Wei Li in that fight, but I'd love to see it because I feel like Yan Xiaonan doesn't have a lot of hype or excitement behind her, which could be the most dangerous opponent when the other one thinks they think a little less of you and you walk in and then you starch them. Could happen.
Well, I mean, is it not? I'm not going to put her in this mold, but like John Jones, Sergey Pavlovich. Sergey Pavlovich is probably your biggest test to date, but nobody knows him, so you're not going to take the risk. What are we talking about, right? This is different, though, because this is China versus China for Wei Li and Xiaonan. My big question, though, is I'm going to be honest with you, man. If I had to give an early prediction, I say Wei Li cleaned her up with wrestling. She looks like a D1 wrestler out there, man. She has the big striking, but she really just nullifies her offensive approach, which is, I think, what the smart fighter would have done here. Big win by the under-respected Yan Xiaonan. I think that finally people will put a little more respect on her name, especially with this big finish. But, man, seeing Andrade just get floored like that, man. She just took a clean one, just shut her down. And even when the referees let her know what happened, she was like, all right, you got me. At this point, last thing, and then we'll move on, is Jessica Andrade now, our title hopes kind of getting thrown out the window a little bit, and we're just a prize fighter. We're just making fun fights.
I think so, Derek. We're in it for the money at this point. Big left hook, Larry's all day long, but hopefully big paychecks. But I agree. The gold seems to be slipping further and further.
One thing you know is that if Jessica Andrade steps in the cage, it's going to be a fun fight. So you definitely got a place for that here in the UFC.